being cross-checked from behind, and there's the puck through the screen as Ranford lost it momentarily. 11 seconds remaining on this power play.
It is the 19th shot on goal by the United States. Team Canada's taken 24 at the other end and lead 2-1. Messier against Hronek. 4-on-3 continues into its waning seconds. McInnes battling Leach in the corner, and they shoot it down the ice.
You know, with the Wayne Gretzky injury, Don, you just have this feeling that this has become more than just a goodwill hockey game or tournament. It's going to become a very, very, very tough tournament now. These players will play a lot meaner.
Crushing check at center ice. Two of them go down. Leach and McInnes. Here's Olczyk going in. He shoots. Ranford blocks the rebound.
That's an example of what I'm talking about. Al McInnes with a very mean shift. It was Brian Leach moving up ice. McInnes took a run at him right at center ice. And all of a sudden, we've gone from a great hockey game. It could remain great, but could become very mean. Watch this. Boom. Right at center ice. You're going to see some hits the rest of the way, I guarantee it.
He only got a piece of Leach at that.
Yeah, pretty good piece. Pretty good piece, I'll tell you. Canadian team is a bigger team. Here's the scoring chance that the Americans had. A couple of nice passes in the backhand shot to the right. Brett Hull waiting for a rebound. Ranford didn't provide one.
Teams on even terms now for the face-off. LaFontaine against Howardchuk. It's been an eventful first 52 seconds of this third period.
You look at people that have the mean streak in them. Shane Corson's on the ice as he gets involved with Eddie Olczyk.
Yeah, it's getting chippy, this Corson and Olczyk. Olczyk, of course, with the elbow up to Larmer that felled him late in the second period. He did come back, but as you know now, Wayne Gretzky has not returned and will not tonight. He seemed to be off an awfully long time for a guy who was just winded, I thought.
Yeah, I agree.
So now we know it's back spasms, day to day. Corson lets it go through Larmer. Larmer couldn't grab it, and Hull will chop it back to the neutral zone. Smith can't find Larmer with it. Back to Canada's corner it goes. Long lead pass intercepted by Brett Hull. And Howardchuk steals it for Canada. Up they come with a 3-on-2 break. Larmer over the right side takes it. His shot, rebound out in front. Corson bangs away. The United States Johnson down, gathers it in. And there's no further play. Crowd calling for a penalty on Johnson, but none is called. This is the Labatt Canada Cup on CTV. Here's Sutter. He will pick up some of the leadership void created by the absence of Gretzky. Certainly on important faceoffs he will.
All the centermen, Don, have got to pick it up a little bit. Messier, who continues to play against Hronek. Sutter. Lindros had a couple of shifts at center. He's playing the wing here on this shift. Howardchuk could see some center ice time.
Sutter not winning this one, but it rolls to the doorstep of Richter, who quickly gloves it.
And one of the keys may be, too, that it's a one-goal game. And the players have to remain smart in a one-goal game. Gary Suter's on the ice again. It'll be interesting to see if a player takes an additional run to try and bang him.
Yet Team Canada can't afford to give the United States a power play with only a one-goal lead.
Absolutely not.
They must measure the retaliation. Here's a quick shot. That is blocked by the defense. Lindros lets it roll in behind the net. Otto battling for it there. Now big Lindros will come to help out. Chelios marking him. Tocchet with Sutter in behind. Joel Otto's there. Eric Lindros centering pass out to Stevens. Stevens shooting. And that is off the short side and around and down the ice. The United States dumps it clear. Manfred out to Stevens. Look for a quick break for Tocchet in there. Shooter in behind eludes a couple of Canadians right there. Lindros for Sutter. Tocchet in front. Lindros! And a great stop by Richter. Still loose in the zone. Sutter sweeping it in front, and Mullen will clear for the United States. Almost 3-1 right there.
Mike Richter getting the job done. Good forechecking by Lindros, Tocchet, and Sutter.
This is Leach, turned aside by Lindros. Harachuk tries to send Courtnall away. Couldn't get it to him. Modano intercepts. About 3 minutes gone. A 2-1 lead for Team Canada. Mike Modano going in. A hard shot, and Ranford got enough of that to steer it away. Now Modano in the corner. Makes a pass that is intercepted by Graham. Graham for Courtnall. Courtnall inside the line. Got to feed McInnes. Harachuk shooting. Richter to Roenick, and back come the United States. They open it up end to end here in the Montreal Forum now in period 3. Johnson shot to the corner.
Roenick's on the ice now, not against not against Messier, and that hasn't happened often in this game.
Renato just deflected that wide. Now Coffey with Harachuk. Courtnall trailing as they go inside the line. Coffey can't keep it there. Dumps it over on the right side for Courtnall. He's tired. He'll go to the bench now, as will Graham as they shoot it in. Team Canada changing. Almost 4 minutes in. Lannon is met by Fleury at center ice. Now Johnson. Leaving it in the neutral zone. Shanahan. Messier going in. Burns back for the pass to Shanahan. He shoots. That's blocked in front by Johnson. Smith near side. Weak shot. Richter handles down. A charging Shanahan into the goalie, and Richter reacts.
This is what we're going to see the rest of the way here. It's exactly what we're going to see. There's no doubt Shanahan drove into Richter for a reason. Richter moments ago was without his catching glove, and I believe Brett Hull picked it up and gave it back to him during play. Shanahan drove right into the goaltender, and there may be penalties upcoming for players on each team.
Offsetting the indication from Koharski, this is from Montreal, the Bet Canada Cup on CTV. Roughing penalties here. Shanahan and Lennon.
Mike Richter, during play, was forced to play momentarily without the catching glove. Messier had everything taken away there. No angle to shoot at. You see Richter there, doesn't have his glove. I mean, that's tough enough playing goal, then you're without the glove. Finally, Shanahan will drive into
on CTV. Putting roughing penalties here to Shanahan and Wolanin.
Mike Richter, during play, was forced to play momentarily without the catching glove. Messier had everything taken away there. No angle to shoot at. And you'll see Richter there doesn't have his glove. I mean, that's tough enough to play goal, then you're without the glove. Finally, Shanahan will drive into Mike Richter as he controls the puck in front. Shanahan had his shot blocked. Well, there's another shot of the goaltender getting his glove. Shanahan sets up this shot right here towards Richter, who's got it for quite a period of time, and Shanahan drove into him.
And was Richter ever up in a hurry and after Shanahan?
Messier, that shift was not against Roenick, and Messier looks like he's being asked to provide a little more offense now that Wayne Gretzky is gone. So maybe his role has now changed in this game.
Larmer shatters his stick off the faceoff. Gets new lumber as the United States brings it up the ice. Here's Suter with a shot to the corner. Funny bounce right across the crease. Luckily, Ranford didn't make contact. He might have hopped in. Steve Smith. 4.5 minutes gone in the third period. Still 2-1 Team Canada. They play 4 attackers each as Larmer goes in. He was taken down. No penalty call. LaFontaine sweeps it around in behind his goal. Desjardins in the corner, giving it off to Graham, a centering pass. Bouncing for Smith. Smith clear for a shot, and Richter handles that. Down goes Suter and Larmer with Graham in possession for Canada. A minute 5 left in these offsetting penalties as Graham is set across the line with a shot. Just warded off on the short side, and a rebound just sailed wide. Now McInnes. He will blast it down and off the glass for Messier. Messier being tied up by Hatcher. Back for Lindros. Lindros shot. Richter has that, and he'll hold it.
Canada buzzes. Richter continues to prove his worth. A couple of very good shots, a couple of bad angle shots. Canada's just not getting fancy. They just simply want to put the puck towards Richter. Puck possession now already starting to mount towards Team Canada in the American zone. Lindros had a bad angle here. Pretty easy play for Mike Richter to hang on.
That's the 31st shot on the United States goal, 21 at the other end on Ranford. In a 2-1 hockey game, Canada with a very slim lead. 47 seconds left in these offsetting penalties.
4-on-4 now. Messier and Lindros up front. The key for Lindros here is to play his game, but to be smart when the Americans have the puck. Lindros is young. 4-on-4, you have to react quickly to defensive plays, and I'm sure with a skilled player like Roenick or Leach on the ice, they may try to challenge those defensive skills.
Messier against Otto, shot to the corner for Brian Leach. Big Lindros goes in there to collect it and sweep it around to the near side corner. Coffey will go back to the point and leave it there as Chelios tries to get clear of Messier by the left side. They work it ahead to Roenick at center ice. Roenick against Lindros, gives him a check, and Roenick takes the worst of that. Lindros hardly budged. Here's Messier. Lindros and Coffey with him. Inside the line. Coffey is set up, but it's offside. Oh, what a great chance there. Inches offside at the USA line.
Now Lindros proving he can take a check. Roenick threw his body heavily into Lindros, and Roenick caromed off the Lindros body, and then Lindros got involved. Watch Lindros here against the boards. Roenick just caroms off the big guy. Lindros very close here. This offside call was extremely close as he makes the effort to get the puck and chip it towards Coffey there.
Lindros to the bench. 15 seconds left in these two penalties. Canada will send out Sutter along with Coffey and McInnes. Janney on the face-off. Pockets on the right side for Canada as it's shot back by Dave Christian. Ahead to Christian. It's the center red. The Canada blue. Janney on his left. Christian sweeping in there. Gets tied up into the net they go. McInnes had a hold of his stick going in, and there's no further play. Still 2-1 Canada. This is the Labatt Canada Cup on
We're seeing the goal nets come off a little bit here as the teams drive towards the net. This time Dave Christian will end up with one hand on his stick, never get a clean shot, but the net comes off the mooring. And these pegs used this season are different than in years past. They're approximately 8 inches high. They're called the Marsh peg. And what they'll do if it's hit hard enough, Don, is they will come out of the ice to stop the injury of the player colliding into the goal net. Been used in the Western Hockey League for quite some time.
They don't come out quite as freely as a year ago, so it's definitely an improvement. At center ice. A little over 6 minutes gone in the final period. Coffey against Miller. Gets help from Tocchet. Takes it out for Sutter. Robitaille inside the blue line. Johnson checks him in the corner. Gives him a shoulder as Sutter battles in behind the net with Christian. Johnson comes in to join the scrum now. Sutter comes away with it and will leave it for Tocchet. That's Robitaille with it down in behind the net. White jersey circling in front looking for the pass out. There it is through the crease. Nobody could connect and Janney clears. 7 minutes gone in the final period. Skating freely at center. Brown Leach shooting it across the blue line, but that is an offside called by Ray Scampanella.
Team Canada forcing and forcing here. Richter's been tough. Paul Coffey, one of the better conditioned athletes, does a lot of work during the regular season, Don, after practice and things. He does a lot of stationary biking. And during the off season this summer, at his cottage in Ontario, he kept his weight equipment, stationary bike and such in his boathouse. And during his free time, did a lot of conditioning work. A lot of the players these days, the older they get, the more conditioning they're doing, and it certainly pays off.
LaFontaine now with a surge on the right side. Drops it inside the line for Olczyk. His centering pass is blocked by Murphy. Stevens off the boards for Shane Corson. He's got Harachuck on his left, and he sends him away at center ice. The puck off his stick, though, and Murphy will have to go back and leave it for Stevens. Shot down the ice. Bad pass for Team Canada. No icing called as it's collected in behind the United States goal. Good forechecking in there from Corson. Chelios now being watched by Larmer. Chelios slow to get out under pressure, and Corson on the far boards almost won it. Murphy across the ice. Chelios at center. Oh, LaFontaine back down the ice it comes. They play a little over 8 minutes. Scoreless in the period. Still 2-1 for Team Canada. Leach just shoots it down. Chelios taken down hard by Lindros in behind the play. They're cheering Lindros now for his physical activity. Hatcher knocked out in front. Great chance there, and the rebound, number 21, Suter. Desjardins is called on a penalty, and the U.S. will have a power play. This is the Lament Canada Cup on CTV. Not Desjardins, but Smith for the 4th time tonight goes to the penalty box, holding at 8:32.
And the American club driving to the front of the net. That's the area where he gets caught, right in front. As the Americans came very close with the Roanoke line on the ice.
2 minutes for holding at 8 minutes 32 seconds.
Stevens redirected back in front of Ranford for this faceoff, which will come on the edge of the circle.
Defensive posture. If Roanoke beat Fleury, Roanoke would have a clear run in on the goaltender. He wanted Stevens back for safety reasons.
Here's Hatcher now as they shoot it off the goaltender Ranford short side and golf down the ice. Canada with a great scoring chance a moment ago, and the resulting penalty to Smith. A minute 45 left in it. Shooting it in. Hull digging it out. Suter back to Brett Hull. Hatcher goes for the net as Suter shoots to a maze. Ranford got a piece of that. Now Fleury. Back in behind, but Roanoke is there for the United States. Tries to feed Hull in front. Roanoke for Hatcher. Good save by Hatcher. He'll shoot it in the direction of the net. Blocked there by Desjardins. Team Canada clear. Pass ahead to Messier. Messier going in. Messier tries to get to Fleury. He's taken down. No penalty there. Fleury couldn't get past Hatcher. There's a shot. Number 32, Miller, just puts his stick into Fleury and takes him down and gets the penalty.
John Fleury took the dive, and it was not called, which is a proper call. And then Miller hit him away from the puck, and he took the penalty, and that was the right call.
So the U.S. will lose a man. This is the Bats Canada Cup on CTV.
An interference call to Kevin Miller. Theo Fleury was the guy involved after Messier held onto the puck for a long period of time. There's the dive by Fleury trying to draw a penalty. Now as Fleury moves up, he's picked. You see that play in basketball a lot. He's picked away by Miller, and there's the interference call. The non-call on the dive was a good call by Kaharski, and the call on the penalty was a good call by Kaharski.
So they are 4 aside for the next 56 seconds. And when Smith returns, Team Canada will have the power play advantage on the United States penalty to Miller.
That's all I need to do now, huh? Get non-calls, calls, not let the referee.
What should have been, might have been, and then was. Here's Coffey across the blue line. Gets turned around by Leach. Passes it out in front. Nobody home. LaFontaine now. Pat LaFontaine with Christian. They go in offside. 34 seconds of Smith's penalty remaining.
This ice surface here in the Forum has a sand floor underneath the ice, over top of the pipes that freeze the ice. And they did a lot of work on this particular surface during the offseason to try and get the ice to be more of a consistent, smooth surface so the puck doesn't bounce quite as much.
Pat Burns, regularly stationed here with the Montreal Canadiens, helping out head coach Mike Keenan.
Mike Keenan was just telling his people who he wants in the power play. 34 seconds. If no more penalties, Steve Smith will step on the ice, and the Canadian club will have a power play for just over a minute.
Sutter won that face-off against LaFontaine. Stevens in the corner now. Tries to lead it out. Sutter is in a chase with Leach. Leach getting there first. The New York Ranger defenseman bringing it up to center ice. LaFontaine is with him along with Christian. They go for the net. Loose puck. Christian shot it in behind. Comes out for Leach to shoot. Ranford to save the rebound. It's just missed. Oh, what a great scoring chance there for the United States. 1 second left. Smith back on the ice. Now Team Canada will change. They'll have a power play. Richter stopping the puck in the U.S. corner.
Canada called for icing. Billy Ranford with his best series of saves in this hockey game, in particular on Pat LaFontaine. The Islander and the Ranger got involved. LaFontaine along with Brian Leach. Ranford's first save was a high sticking type of play. There, actually it wasn't. It was below the shoulder. That was Pat LaFontaine involved. Now LaFontaine and Leach will get together. Leach with a shot, LaFontaine the rebound, and Ranford stayed right with him. Wow. Ooh, was that close? The Americans within a hair of tying this thing up.
9:26 remaining. After a minute 2, Team Canada will have the power play while Miller serves the balance of his interference penalty. Joel Otto against Harachuk. Coffey. At center ice. Coffey skating into the zone. His shot drifts wide. Mullen against Big Lindros. Stops in his tracks. McInnes tries to help out. Here's Harachuk. Skating in every direction to McInnes with a shot. Blocked in front. Rebound wide. And the Americans clear. Ranford comes up to speed up the process. They bring it in now with 29 seconds of power play time available to them. Rolling back to the point. Al McInnes with it. Takes it back again from Lindros. His shot is off target. Coffey doesn't get a second chance. Brown has it for the United States. 15 seconds of the penalty. His shot well wide, deflected. They go to the bench for a change. Coffey brings it up the ice. Just a few seconds left of the penalty. Coffey going right in, and Richter stops him. And back comes Miller. The United States has killed the power play. Messier continues. First goal of the Labatt Canada Cup couldn't have come at a better time.
Donnie was asked to elevate his game here in the third period, and this is by far the best game Messier's played in the tournament. He's hooked, yet he still finds a way to put it through Mike Richter. Messier is very patient with the puck. He was thinking about passing it. There was nobody to pass it to, and he was running out of room. The puck was rolling, and he caught Mike Richter opening the legs, and through the legs went the puck. Messier has been asked to elevate his game. He has elevated his game.
And elevated this crowd to new heights here in the Forum tonight. Now 3-1 Canada. The U.S. must press all the harder with just over 8 minutes to go. Coffey is getting the assist of the Messier goal. 11:42 is the time of it. McInnes also on the assist.
Very strange with the amount of power play time we've had in this game. It's been even strength goals that have told the story, along with fine penalty killing at both ends. There's the pass up. Messier will take it here from Coffey and move in. He looks to fake as though he was going to pass. And I think that's what opened up the legs of Mike Richter, and Messier put it through. The Americans now will have to send their defense in on the rush even more. They trail by 2. There's 8:03 left. Leach and Hatcher and these types of players, Suter involved included, they have to jump into the rush. 4-man rushes become necessary now.
And for Canada, the Messiers and the Sutters picking up that slack with the loss of Wayne Gretzky. But they lead by 2, 7:52 to go in the hockey game. Messier in front again, couldn't get to it in time. Roenick carried him into the corner. Little Fleury gets bumped by Johnson. Messier is all tied up by Roenick.
And a penalty
Koharski will call it. This is the Labatt Canada Cup on CTV. Johnson gets the call for the United States.
It's all Mark Messier. Fleury was involved, but Mark Messier with some kind of shift. Johnson gets the penalty there. It's obvious that he high stick Theo Fleury. Messier skated back to the Canadian bench, and he was rewarded with a lot of high fives and congratulations by his teammates for providing a very, very strong shift when it's necessary. You can bet this team wants to get it done for number 99.
Johnson could have been given 2 penalties, actually. That's the American coach Taylor for that incident with Fleury, and then with Messier a couple of seconds later got his stick up as well. The United States trailing 3-1.
Now Canada with a 3-1 lead here. It's interesting, Mike Keenan puts Brent Sutter on the ice for the power play. I think you know that Brent Sutter is a fine offensive player when it's necessary. He scored over 30 goals one year for the Islanders, but he's also being smart enough to realize that he better be smart defensively.
Face-off is held in by Coffey at the point. Across the ice it goes to McInnes. Winding, but he'll put the puck down in the corner once again. Take it back on the relay. This is where they certainly miss Gretzky. Larmer trying to fill that role over on the far side. Coffey and McInnes backpedaling. Here's a shot that screams wide. And the United States forces it back to the neutral zone. Coffey will shoot it in. Rolling puck off the boards, gathered in by Suter. And they clear. 1:20 left in this penalty. U.S. changing, Canada changing. Lindros giving it to Howardchuk. Howardchuk across the line, dropping it back for McInnes. McInnes turned around going in. Keeps it alive in there. Here's Howardchuk shooting. Richter has it.
Some just uncanny moves by the team's play. Al McInnes was off balance, kept the puck alive. Some great plays.
Fingers crossed between now and Monday night in Hamilton for Wayne Gretzky. Chelios bringing it out to center ice. 6.5 minutes to go. The U.S. down by 2. There's a whistle across the blue line.
So in trying to read into what the doctor said about Wayne Gretzky, it's not a real serious injury, and that's
if you're a baseball fan and you've been following what's been happening with the Blue Jays' Dave Stevens, Cito Gaston, it's not that kind of an ongoing back problem. But to be sure, time will only tell tomorrow as to when Gretzky can come back.
Muscles perceive pain, and when muscles are spasming, they're spasming for a reason. And it doesn't sound serious. You certainly hope it's not serious, and with any luck, hockey fans will see Wayne Gretzky in Hamilton 2 nights from now.
Perhaps this putting him down for the night is as precautionary as anything, just to make sure he is available for Monday. 6:15 to go. Murphy pass to Robitaille. They'll chase it in behind Richter with Chelios there for the United States. Rolanen kept in by Howardchuk, who I think is having a whale of a hockey game tonight.
And Howardchuk's had a whale of a Canada Cup. And Mark Messier, to me, Don, has been a player that's provided the leadership that was necessary when needed in this game to this point.
It's the question who would pick it up, and he has. Robitaille picks this up, dumps it in front, Tocchet shot, deflected wide. Here's Howardchuk again, trying to feed little Robitaille, can't get it to him. Will turn and slap it wide off a skate to the corner. Johnson now, 5.5 minutes to go for the United States. They bring it out. Inside the Team Canada blue line is Suter.